name's Becky Stuckey. I'm the headache nurse at Derriford Hospital. I specialise in chronic migraine as well as some of the rarer headache disorders. I'm the only headache nurse in the southwest, so I cover anywhere from Bristol down to Penzance. So I've got probably one of the largest areas to cover. So migraine is a really debilitating condition. It doesn't present the same in everybody as everyone assumes it will. Some people, they will get extreme nausea and vomiting whilst having an attack. Others will be triggered by noises, smells and lights. But every individual is completely different in the way it presents.
I'm very, very aware that it's very overstretched, the service. And I think, although I have had treatment and I've been one of the lucky ones, I think there's lots of people out there waiting for treatment who can't get the treatment because of the waiting times. So just more resources, I think, would help.
Predominantly women suffer with migraine. The most 80% sufferers are women. It can be related to the menstrual cycle. Migraine doesn't like any interruption in routine. Therefore, if you sleep too long or sleep too little, you can be plighted with an attack. If you don't eat regularly, again, you can have an attack. The prevalence of migraine, chronic migraine, is 1 in 7 people, so it's one of the most commonest disorders. It affects more people than asthma, epilepsy and diabetes combined, so it just goes to show just how common this condition is. And yet we're really far behind with treatments as well as services.
Both shots, well, it's reduced my migraines from 16 a month down to about 6 to 8 a month, sometimes even less. I'm able to make plans. If friends want to go out, I can say, yeah, that's absolutely fine. I just got more energy, just feel happier in myself. I'm not, if I go out of the house without my medication, I don't panic like I used to. So I've just really got my life back, really, and actually enjoying life a lot more now.
As I already mentioned, I'm the only headache nurse in the southwest, and my consultant is Dr. Weatherby. He's the only consultant for the southwest, in comparison to many consultants that look after diabetic patients, epileptic patients and asthma patients. So you can see that there are very few services nationally. Actually, there are currently 51 headache nurses nationally.
Every day I would wake up worrying about having a cluster headache. I'd have to go to the doctors every couple of weeks, all months, trying lots of different medications, and nothing seemed to be helping me. I struggled every day with work, looking after my son, just a constant worry about whether I was going to get another attack. Now things are a lot better.
Really? Does it feel like, when it's going in, does it feel like pressure?
It feels like pressure, but it feels like sharp on the nerve. It feels like it goes down
into your eye.
Into my eye.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like a sharp pain. You can obviously feel the pressure, but yeah, it's that sharp pain.
Yeah, it's almost like an attack, isn't it?
Yeah. So the real good thing about Becky's service is that she's available. Lots of places all over the country don't have the service available. I feel really, really lucky that I've found something that actually works and the treatment is available. Really hot, that's another thing.
Sweating.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if I'm getting hot, if I've just got hot because of the environment or whether I'm hot because of the pain.
Mm.
I think I'd stripped that day, hadn't I? I sat there in my bra and pants.
That's why I remember her so clearly.
And then Becky came in, never even heard of this before, and she gave me the trigger point, and I just had instant relief, and I'd had it all day, like just beside myself, didn't know what to do.
So obviously the treatment side of it is a massive, a massive improvement, and this year we'll certainly see the beginnings of those trials come to fruition. There are 3 other drugs, and hopefully that will inspire other drug companies to try and look at different ways of combating the illness. But as I said, I think the main thing is raising the awareness of employees, of families, of the education, the nurses and doctors coming through newly qualified, of how to deal with this. So many patients are still being treated with opiates and painkillers, which only exacerbate the condition, and so we need to stop that at the very beginning, and dispel the lack of understanding. I think the improvement will come with more awareness. Obviously, as I've already said, for the number of patients we have, 1 in 7 with chronic migraine, there needs to be far more of us. It's kind of a postcode lottery at the moment. We wouldn't have a service at all in South West if we didn't have Dr. Weatherby, who then recruited me. But 1 nurse and 1 doctor isn't enough for the many thousands of patients that we're serving. Trying to get the message over that these are our young adults. These are the people of our future who are going to become our doctors, our teachers, our mothers, our judges, whatever. They're never going to get to be those people, because in their 20s they're plighted with this condition that nobody really understands, that puts them to bed for days and days at a time. They're not employable, they're not going to pass their exams at university, they're not going to be able to raise their children in the way they wish to. This is a very real situation, and they go unnoticed because they're locked away in their dark bedrooms. This is why it's so important that we raise this awareness and also raise the provision of services we have for these patients.